Alright, if you saw the unboxing I did of all these cool new freight cars, there's a lot of extra bits to add. So what I thought I'd do is just create a little video of me attempting to add these small little bits to the cars. I don't know if this is going to be entertaining, embarrassing, or just flat out boring, but we're going to try it anyway and see what happens. I already did fiddle with this one a little bit. I unspooled the little wheels and then added them to the side, and I can already tell it made this thing look way better. That little wheel right there, I added on, you stuck it in a little hole, and it just makes the whole look of the flat car, I don't know, just so much better for some reason. So now I'm looking to do these next thingies here, which looks like some kind of wheel ramp for the trucks. Odd that there's only like where's the box? Because it's on the box. So here's the back of the box. It looks like you put one on each side, which doesn't really make any sense. I mean, it's a truck, so wouldn't it need two on a side? I don't know, that's what it says to do. So we're gonna try that. This thing also came with some stickers. Where are they? I think I already put them away inside. This is how you do it, but you got to do that like weird soaking thing, which I don't like to do, and like cut them out with like an X-Acto knife, which I don't have. So I'm gonna probably veto the stickers, or at least show them, because I don't think I showed them last time. Whoa. Here they are. So these big ones are supposed to go on the trucks themselves, which I don't know how that's gonna work, because obviously there's like stuff like a door in the way. So maybe these are like transparent? I don't know, it said something about you stick it on backwards and then you peel it off. But there's still a door in the way, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Obviously you can look up the model number itself and see how it's supposed to look on like the real like promo or the listing picture, Tomix 2770. You'll see it there. I think I'm gonna veto the stickers, like I said, and not do those. So but we're gonna do some of these other extra bits, like I was already working on. So now that we have one wheel ramp, which doesn't make much sense, it looks like we stick it somehow in here, according to the picture. But I don't know how that, oh, you're not in the video. It's gotta stick in here somehow, some way. It looks like you might, there it is. Ta-da! We have one ramp. That's cool. But like I said, shouldn't you put two on one side? What good does one do? Maybe I'm missing something here, but I don't get it, because the other one goes over here. Okay, how does that get your truck on? If you know how this is supposed to work, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Because that makes no bloody sense to me. So I'm going to do the same thing. So one of these little thingies is longer than the other, I think. And what I do is I stick it in that way and then kind of twist it, and then it pops it into place. So if I do this and go boop, there it is. It's all set. But for some reason, now this one doesn't want to stay up. Maybe I don't want these on. I don't know if that's gonna mess with the car in front of it, because this coupler doesn't come out too far. Let's see, where's the truck? Yeah, look at that swing radius. It's gonna hit if it falls. So maybe I don't want to put these on. It might be a bad idea if it's not gonna stay up. What happened? The other one stayed up, and this was staying up before. That's pretty loose. But this one works. All right, I'm a big mystery loss on what in the world how these are supposed to work. I think I'm gonna take them off, because that just seems like it's gonna cause a mess versus a fix. But these trucks are cool. They just kind of pop on the little wheelbases there like so, And then you got a secure flat car of trucks. All right. Next thing we're gonna look at is this guy. So I already saw in the box is the instructions, and it talks about how you can add a light. I'd like to do that if I ever get an extra Kato one, because it looks like it just uses the normal 211 light up here. So that's cool. In fact, I'm gonna see if I have one. I might have one laying around. Oh, we are in luck. I do have an extra one. Now this is the 214 one, which is technically the indirect lighting, not the pure white light, which this one says you should use, left over from the Twilight Express set. No matter, I think this is gonna look better with an indirect light versus that pure bright, giant, beaming light of the gods throwing its light everywhere. That comes from the pure white light. Some trains look good with that, but I think for this, I think the indirect lighting is the way to go. Anyway, so what we do here is kind of pop everything off, it looks like. I don't have this, but I wonder if that's already in there somewhere, because I don't know what that would be. It looks like that's the light that like beams it down or something. I might have to translate this to see what the heck they're talking about. Because obviously you can use the standard 211 light up there. But I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and there's the coupler instructions. I didn't see that before. That's what we were looking for. So, cool. All right, let's see if we can pop this guy open and install a light. In fact, first of all, we're going to test something. All right, this thing already has lights on it somewhere. So I'm gonna test it with the rewirer. This thing's powered, we're cranked up. Let's see what happens when we put on the lights. So nothing there, but on this side you can see it has two cool looking backlights. So that's what it looks like now. If we install the lights in the cabin, those windows will really brighten up because it's super small. So let's see what happens when we actually add this thing in. Okay, taking apart my new car before I use it. How do you get in there? It says you just kind of snap it off like normal, but that is tight. I don't want to break it. It's hard to get any leverage. Let's see again. How does one open this up? Oh, it just slides out. So you don't pull up the bottom, you just pull up the little car and it just kind of slides up on you. I already see a problem because I don't see where that extra bit in the instructions is. I do see where you put these things on like you normally do, but it's so long you probably have to crunkle them up or something. Where's the instructions again? Yeah, according to this, you like cut it off at like 15 millimeters. And then you like fold it over and then pop it down. What I don't know about is what you do about this extra part. All right, so I figured it out with my little help from Google Translation. So this is an included light diffuser, and I'm like, included? What are you talking about? It's not there. But it is. It's in the little extra bit that we have right here. So what you do is similar to how you install an actual, I already did it. You install this little orange piece here. You take this part apart. It's a little tedious, but ooh. What you end up doing is something like this. So, whoop. There goes that. We don't need you anymore because that's super indirect. Then we take these two lights and then we use the piece in here. All right, I've never seen this thing before in my life, but according to the instructions, how this is supposed to work is this thing kind of snaps into here somehow. Like that. There we go. You can see it. And then the bottom part needs to come in after it. So that snaps in kinda like this. Ah, there it goes. Perfect. All right, we're set. So that is now lit up. Now all we gotta do is figure out how to jam this up in there at 15 millimeters. Let's see how this is actually supposed to work. So normally you kind of stick this thing like so. Probably need some pliers. I gotta bend this back. Like, bend it like Beckham. All right, so what I did was I chopped off some of the end of it and then folded the tip back over, because I did something similar on the Twilight Express, and that seemed to work way better, keeping that steady connection with the electricity. Now, according to the instructions, all we gotta do is slide it in sideways, like so, if I cut it right, and then this thing comes in under that little lip and folds up. But I think I gotta chop some more off because that is too long. All right, I think I got this measured up right. So all we gotta do is stick it in like so, and then scooch it under this little thingy if we can, and voila. Harder than it needs to be, but there it is. Perfect. All right, now we just got to do the other side and we'll be golden. All right, they're both in. They look good. Now it's just a matter of adding the light, which should just slide down the back, like so. Ooh, kind of a tight fit. This side doesn't want to slide down for some reason. Oh, because of the thingy got pushed out in front of it. That ain't good. All right, let's try this again. Ah, success. At least I think so. You can see the copper is making connections with that metal piece in the back on both ends. So that, oh, this piece jammed out somehow. Oh, I gotta fix that. All right, now we should be good. I don't know why, but Kato, there's gotta be a better way to do this. This always gives people, at least me, some troubles. There's gotta be a simpler way. In fact, there is a simpler way because Tomix just has springs that connect all this stuff up together, so you don't have to like fiddle with this. I feel like this always like pulls over and you can already tell it's pulling out again on me. Okay, there's a pole in the middle that's there that's gonna keep the lights nice and straight. Then all we do is we take this and pop it back on, I think. Wait, let me think about this because I wanted to undo this connector too. I have no idea. Oh well, I guess we're leaving it. Always try again later. All right, that's back on. We are good to go. Let's see if I actually did this right. All right, moment of truth. Power is on. Let's see what happens when we let it release. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, which tells me these lights are on, of course. Why aren't the insides working? We got something not right. All right, after much doing, I think I solved the problem. So, underneath where the things slide up into is a little circuit board. And I saw when I took it all apart, even deeper than what we saw before, that the piece that this piece slides into and supposed to connect to is very short. It's only like that long, basically what you could only see from the surface. And I think what was going on was that lip that went up and under that you slide it into was pushing it up so high that it never made a connection with the little bitty tiny piece that it was supposed to connect to. I don't know if you're supposed to like loop it around the underside maybe. I don't know. What I ended up doing was taking the bits that I chopped off from the copper connectors and then putting that on top of that little metal plate underneath, snapping that back together, and then now when I slide the thing in on the surface, it has a much bigger area to make contact with. And when I did a little test without the top on, that seemed to have worked. So if you followed any of that, long story short is I think I got it working now. So let's see what happens this time when I release the car. Hey, we have some light. Look at that. Very cool. Again, this is the indirect lighting. According to the instructions, you're supposed to use the bright, pure light, which is more pure. Alexa, turn on the lights.
Okay.
So it would be more like this lamppost, where it's like pure white, as opposed to this more of a realistic kind of pre-LED era, if you will, which I think it looks better for something like this versus a pure white light that it would have had if I put in what it said to. But of course I didn't even have that one. I have this one as an extra, so that's cool. We are lit up. All right, now with that one out of the way, I still have yet to solve the mystery of how to detach the coupler, but I won't worry about that for now. We're just gonna leave it as is and move on to something else, because that took way too long. All right, I think the only thing left to fiddle with is these guys. There's a lot of good little bits we're gonna try to put on them. So we'll probably do one at a time just to kind of figure out how this goes. Where's the instructions? Because I know the box had some stuff about what we're doing here. So here we go. We're gonna put all these little guys on. So it looks like you get 2 wheels, 2 little dipper things, and 2 of these per thing. There's also what looks like something over here as well. So a lot of little extra bits going on. Here's the little things they come in. I don't know how I'm gonna get them out of there because that is super thick. I can't like get up in there. Let's see how this is gonna work. I do have some little snipper things. I think I gotta use those. Let me dig that out. This comes in handy when you're building those little metal art, but it also comes in handy when you need to snap off some little bits. Yeah, that works great. So what is this? Like a brake thing? This looks very fragile. Look how tiny this is. Good thing I got these little scissors. What would I do without this? This would be like impossible. Whoa! Jesus. Where are your goggles, kids? That one shot out at me. Alright, those little bits are off. Now we gotta get out these wheels and spooler thing. So let me work on that. Why do they make this so thick? It's hard to get into. My scissors won't go up in there. Try from this angle. Ah. Alright. There we go. That should be one whole set of extra bits for these guys. Well, actually, there's more because there's these road name things too that are cool. I'll have to snap these off also. Why did I get 3 of them? So there's one for each side. So I guess you pick 2 of the 3? I don't know where these little guys go. I haven't figured that out yet. Let me look at the book. Ah, they go right there. Now, according to the book, to make your lives way easier, it says to take this whole thing apart in order to get those little bits in there. So let me see how exactly to do that. These screws. Well, first up, you got to put the little wheelhouses on. So if I look at it this way, the little wheels are gonna go just like this. You stick it in. Boom. We're in. This is the problem working with N-Scale. Everything's so freaking tiny. Yes, we're on there too. Alright, now, according to the book, all you gotta do is unscrew this. And then the whole thing should lift up. Ah! Does not want to go. I'm really confused. According to this, the little frame stays, but the hopper just lifts out. But the hopper's still attached to like everything. So I don't see how that's gonna happen. I got it. All right, there it is. Disassembled. Now the fine surgery can continue. All right, these guys go in here. Much easier, although still tricky. Ow, that thing on the wheel like poking me. Sacrifices I do for this. Ah, there we go. Okay, on. Now we can put the wheel in. Oh man. It's hard to get in there with that other one there. All right. There's that bit. Now for these guys. I don't know how this is gonna work. I can't get in there. Well, according to the instructions, this is number E, and the other ones were like A, B, C, D, so I gotta think you are supposed to do this last, but I don't know how you're gonna get in there. Like, I can't. There's no space. That ain't gonna work. I'm gonna skip that. There's no freaking way. Alright, what's on the other side? That Drumble thing? This guy. This is easy, I can already tell. You just pop him down. Right in there. Boom. Pop some road names on. Let's give this guy the 220. Oh, I put this one on upside down. Rats. Wait, it's still upside down. What? How did that happen? And then the tiny road names. Lord, how am I going to do this? It's so small. Hey, did it. Look at that. Now the other side. Was that a fluke that other one went in so easy? No, that one went in easy too. Cool. All right, there it is. One done. I think it's improved. All right, after a lot of doing, they're all done. Luckily, I didn't have like 10 of these to do. Things to note, this little guy right here for the little road name was having a heck of a time staying in there. So I'm just gonna leave him off. It would not stay. I don't know if the holes are too loose or something, but it kept coming off, so I'm just not gonna deal with it. You won't even know it's missing. And then because I knew what I was doing this time, I was able to put those extra brake pulley things on the side of this one. I don't think I'm gonna go back and do these because you don't even notice they're not there if you don't even look at it. So, yeah. Why I spend time to put these little bits on, I don't know, because they're all little minor details that, again, you won't even know that they're there unless I pointed them out. But, whoo, they're all done, as much as it's gonna be, so that was fun, I guess. Overall, a good haul. Yeah, I normally don't put these extra bits on, but did for these, at least the ones that I thought were cool. But, man, this is probably way too long. If you stuck it all the way through, maybe you found this entertaining. I don't know. If you skipped all the way to the end to see the end result, here it is. Let me give you the 5-second version. All the little bits are on this one. This one I included lights, which I did not expect to do, but I did anyway. And then the truck, we tried to put on the flappy bits, but they weren't working right. So I just put on the little spinny circle thing there. So that's all done. And now this video is done because it's probably way, 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 way too long.